Movie company owners, I'm Travis from Rotate Digital, and what I'm about to show you is the strategy that major businesses, major moving companies, Two Man and a Truck, All My Sons, what they are using to dominate their marketplace on Google. It's a strategy that no one's talking about. It's a strategy that's unbelievably valuable, and it takes your online assets, your digital assets, your Google business profile, and creates revenue from it. Monthly reoccurring revenue, monthly sales. So I'm going to show you this process. I'm going to show you what they're doing. It's in depth, it's valuable, it's insightful. Watch it, enjoy. If you have questions, let me know. Here it is. So I want to share with you the strategy that is working for the major corporations. And what we're doing for our clients is basically giving them the framework and helping them with the framework of replicating this. And it's working, and it's working really, really well. But there's some core foundations that I want to make sure we agree on, and you have to agree and believe in. And number one, the first core foundation is branding. What I'm trying to say here is that Google loves branded companies, bigger companies, well-known companies. So the more well-known your brand is, the easier this is to implement. And I think this is a really encouraging and exciting thing for bigger brands. You may have a big brand, you may have a big company, a well-known company. It makes this process even easier. Now, if you are a smaller company, that is okay. The beauty of this is that you can build that brand authority in the eyes of Google. So that's kind of core foundation number one. Core foundation number two, you have to believe that when people are searching, they use reviews, website look and feel to basically make a decision. And here's what I mean about this. If I don't know who to use to move. Let's just pretend I'm about to move. I've got everything ready and I need to call a moving company. And I don't know somebody. You have to believe this happens. And it's true. This is a true thing. You just have to believe it. Let's go to my phone first. If I go to my phone, I go to Safari. And I don't know who to work with. I'm going to go to Safari. I'm going to type in moving, moving companies. I may type in movers. I may type in moving companies near me. I may type in long distance moving companies, right? I don't know the industry, so I need to make sure they're a long distance moving company. And I'm going to click go. Okay. And what's going to happen is I'm going to allow the current location. And here's what you have to believe. You have to believe that someone, if they're not going to click on the ads, is going to come down here and make decisions based off what they see in the maps. They're going to make some decisions, or they're going to see the rankings below the maps. Okay, I might call that SERPs, but you're gonna see below the map rankings. And what is not happening is I'm not telling you nobody uses this, but you also have to realize who your competition is. Big competition, Angie's List, Yelp. You're gonna have like Two Men in a Truck, the major corporations, right? Because they are valued in the eyes of Google. You have to believe that you're gonna come here to the maps and you're gonna look at the reviews. You might even check out more businesses, okay? You're going to see the reviews here, and you're going to potentially call one of them either from here based off the reviews they see, or you're going to go to their website, take a look at some new stuff, right? Take a look at their website and decide to call them from there, okay? Two different approaches, going to the website, verifying, and then calling, or just calling right off this. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. There is some Google guarantees in here. But here's what I want to keep in mind here. Guess what? I'm looking at these guys. There's tough competition. I'm not scrolling down all the way down here, most likely. I'm not scrolling too far. I've got great options right up here. So if you're not in the first 3 spots, you are going to you're going to lose the opportunity to make that estimate because someone is not ready or willing to scroll and call everybody on that list. They're going to call the top 3 people. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind with the top 3 spots. If you move this to a desktop, okay, you move this to a desktop and you do the same thing. I'm on my work computer, I'm at home, I need to find some moving companies around me. So I type in moving companies, same thing. I may skip the sponsored ads, I may click Google guaranteed, but if I come down here, I'm calling the first 3 or 4 people, okay? I'm not searching, I'm not clicking more businesses. I might, but it knows my location and it's bringing up people who are near my location, okay? Now, I want you to remember this for later on when we talk. This is online real estate. This is digital assets. And at Rotate Digital, we're asset generators for your digital assets, okay? We're generating revenue, more monthly revenue for your assets, okay? Now, look at how on a desktop, how far I have to scroll just to come down here, and you see Yelp is the number one. Notice the difference between the phone and the computer. The results are changing, but you've got heavy competition. Yelp, Angie's List, United Van Lines, Move.org, okay? You have to believe the maps is where the money is at. This is what we believe at Rotate Digital, and this is what our clients are seeing, is that when you're in the maps, when you get in the top 3 spots in the maps, you begin to get the calls, the people who want to work with you. And that is the process that we're seeing work over and over again. You can go after below the maps, but you have to remember you're competing against multi-million and billion-dollar companies who are valued in the eyes of Google, United Van Lines, Angie's List, Move.org, right? Yelp. You're going to see some of the major corporations, All My Sons, 2-Minute Trucks. It's going to be heavy competition. It's not worth spending your money and fighting for that. It's worth getting here, because at the end of the day, I'm calling these guys here, not going down here. You have to believe that this is what is working. And so I'm going to call this the 2 men in a truck strategy. And so let me share with you a little bit about what digital asset, what ranking online, the new way you need to be ranking online. And it's really with real estate. That is where you need to be going. Okay, the core belief here is that when you go after the SERP results below the maps, you've got tough competition. It's hard to get there. You spend a lot of freaking money to try to get there, and you don't always win. Like, you may get in the top 5, 6 spots, the first 2, and you may get a couple calls, but the calls are coming into the maps, and you have to know that this is where people are making decisions, because as a human, I'm validating myself by going, oh, look at all the reviews. Many people use them. I don't know how many people Low Budget Movers is using. I don't trust them being up here. But I trust 99 reviews on Google, 114 reviews on Google. And that is how we're going to make money. So let's talk about the 2 men in a truck strategy. I'm going to bring you down to my iPad here, okay? Look at 2 men in a truck. This is the major corporation strategy. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Look at all the options for 2 men in a truck, okay? This is what I want you to know. They have locations all over the place, because what they're trying to do is create digital asset footprints, okay? They're trying to get their digital assets, their Google business profile, visible on the maps in as many ideal locations possible, okay? If we zoom in here to this location here in Scottsdale, Arizona, what they're trying to do is, using the Google algorithm, and I'm going to start drawing here, they're going to try, they're going to try to take a radius, okay, and I'm just free drawing right now. They're going to try to take a radius here and rank in this circle for keywords that are super valuable. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean keywords that are sales-focused keywords, right? Movers, near me, or just a plain word, moving companies, okay, or long distance movers, okay. And what they're wanting to do is, when someone is typing that, whether they're on the phone at a local coffee shop right here in this circle, whether grandma is sitting in her house right here ready to make the move, whether mom and dad are looking for movers right over here, wherever someone is at in this circle, they want to come up when those people search movers near me, moving companies near me, etc. This is the online digital asset visibility. This is the revenue generating, because what happens is when someone in these areas starts searching these keywords here, they want their location, 2 men in a truck in Scottsdale, okay? They want their location to show up in the first, second, or third spot, okay? That's what they're doing. That's why when you look at the entire city of Phoenix, they've got locations everywhere, because they're trying to create pockets of visibility and digital real estate to own the marketplace, and the market share of anybody in that circle typing in these sales relevant keywords. Now let me continue on and show you, well, what does this look like? Well, that means when we zoom in on that Scottsdale location, woo, let's get back here. That means when we zoom in on that Scottsdale location, if you take this radius, right, you get the radius of right here. Notice the other location they have over here. They understand this game. This is what we're doing for our clients. We're playing this big corporation game and we're bringing it and getting you to leverage it for your business. When you look at this location right here, this is going to be a scan that I'm about to show you of a keyword for movers near me or moving companies near me. So I'm going to bring you up to my desktop here. And if you look at my desktop here, let's see here. So I'm going to bring you up to my desktop here. If you look at the desktop here, look at this location, okay? What this means is when someone searches moving companies near me, you can see that right here. If someone searches moving companies near me, where does this location, the Scottsdale location, show up in the map pack? This is the map pack. And where they're showing up, you can see is 1, right at their location as they go out, 2, 3, and they start losing their visibility here in 4. The 4 and 5, the yellow going to orange, they're not getting as visible, okay? But in the 1, 2s, and 3s, the green, that's where they're showing up. Meaning when someone is sitting in these spots, these pockets where the 1s, 2s, and 3s are showing up, if someone types in moving companies near me, the 2 men in a truck Scottsdale location is going to be coming up on the map results, which means they're going to be getting the call. I'm going to do the same scan. But for long distance movers. You do the same scan for long distance movers and look what happens. Absolutely domination all the way around. Anybody sitting in this green area, whether they're on their phone at a coffee shop or grandma sitting in their office or in her home or mom and dad or whoever, someone sitting at their work, getting ready to move or getting ready to, move and, searching at their work location for a moving company. If they type in long distance movers, 2 men in a truck in this 4-mile radius, 4x4, is coming up in the top spot for long distance movers. This is the visibility of taking that one asset, that one digital real estate in Scottsdale, and getting it visible to so many people. Now, what we want to do is replicate this. And you go, well, Travis, I don't have all these locations. Okay, you don't need to make things. You don't need to go big with real location, or you don't need to go big with an actual location that you're holding trucks at or whatever. You just need it to be a real location, a real office space. And here's what I mean by it. Okay, I'm going to take you back to my iPad. If you look at this 2 men in a truck location, take a look at this 2 men in a truck location. I just Googled the office address here of what it looked like. I bring you the Google screenshot down here. This is what it looks like. There are no trucks that are going to be sitting at this location. There's nothing. All they're doing is they're putting their logo sign, okay? And they're showing that logo sign. Do you think they're sitting out these logo signs for the fun of it? No, they understand the game. That when the Google little sweeper car is coming through and taking photos, Google is seeing that this is a 2 men in a truck location. All they're doing is spending somewhere between, depending on your market, somewhere between $300 and let's call it $1,000 plus per month on this location. And they're putting signage up there and they're making it a real location. Again, the more real location it is, the less risk you have in losing that location. And what 2 men in a truck is doing is they've got that rental office space. They've made that location happen. And now because of it and the brand that they do, the brand value that they have in the eyes of Google, they're ranking and dominating in the green all this area. Meaning grandma, mom and dad, anytime they're searching for moving companies near me, they're showing up in the top spots. And they're doing this over and over and over again, all over Phoenix. And they're gaining visibility, okay? This is what you guys need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing with your local presence. You don't want to be having a location right over here and trying to rank all the way over here. You're going to only be able to do that below the maps in the search results, okay? And it is going to be a strategy that most SEO companies are doing right now it's going to be in vain. It's going to be in vain because you're going to go after tough competition to try to rank for someone sitting over here and trying to rank for the keyword moving companies Peoria. Let's be honest, not even many people are putting in the city term. They're just searching for a general term that are sales relevant. Movers, moving companies, movers near me, which means you need a local presence in the area to gain that digital real estate and that digital visibility. This is the asset generation that we are doing for our clients over and over and over again, and it's working really well. We're building up the brand in the eyes of Google, the brand authority in the eyes of Google. We're getting visibility and revenue generated for their location, no matter where they're at. We're getting revenue being generated here on my iPad. There'll be revenue being generated. And once we dominate a good 70% plus of that radius that we can be allowed to dominate by Google, once that happens, we're helping our clients open new locations in areas that are the ideal areas, the ideal clients. And we're opening new locations. And because we've got Google to see the value of the brand, we do our SEO work, we do the engineering process that we've got, and we're getting more visibility in these locations, and we're just repeating the process. It's what the big boys are doing, and it's what you can do for your business. And it's really, ultimately, you talk about it, you're like, Travis, that's a lot of money. Okay, $1,000 at the high end for a and I'm down here on my iPad, $1,000 on the high end for a location, plus utilities. Okay, let's call it $200 a month. Plus, let's just say some work for SEO. Okay, now I'm not telling you our price, but let's just call it for a secondary location around $1,500. Okay, give or take. I'm not saying this is our price, but let's just give that on average. You're talking about needing a new location for $2,700. How many moves do you need to make that valuable? To make that a break even after month, 5? How many moves, right? What about month 12? Okay. What about month 12? What if you start getting, 20 moves in that area because now you've gained market share. You've pulled it away from your competition. You've gained market share. What kind of money can you make from that? That is what 2 Minute Truck is doing. It's what the strategy you can do. And this is what, when you come and work with us, or when you come on a sales call, we show you what you can do. We show you what opportunities there are in your area. And then when you start working with us, we are ranking and focusing all on the local maps. We're focusing on the digital asset creation in that local area, and then repeating the process all over the city you want to dominate. If this is something you want to learn more about, you want to get an audit on where you're at in your business, the opportunities, go to our website. You can see a big schedule button somewhere on there, and you'll be able to see our schedule and meet with one of our head of accounts and basically see what you have up there. So if you have any questions on this, you want to learn more about this, message us, comment us, let us know, and I'd be happy to get that going for you. Thanks.